Is this thing working? Hello everyone, welcome to class number 5. And this week the assignment is simple. I'm going to tell you what to do and then I'll do my best to explain it. Hopefully it won't be too confusing. But regardless, this is the assignment. Dialogue and actions. That's what I want you to do this week. I want you to continue journaling using the seeing if you don't know what to write about, if you're not in the mood to write fiction or fantasy. Use your memories, use your life as inspiration. And whatever it is you're writing about, add dialogue and actions. Now, there's two types of actions. There's something called direct action, and then there's something called continuous action. Direct action or a gesture is something that takes 1 or 2 seconds to do. So she slapped him in the face, or she put her hand through her hair, or she stood up, or she shut the computer. These are actions, direct actions or gestures that take 1 or 2 seconds. A continuous action is an action that takes longer than 1 or 2 seconds. I went to the kitchen and made a sandwich. I left the room. I drove to school. So these are actions that, like I said, take more than 1 or 2 seconds, and they're made up of direct actions. So I left the room. I'd have to stand up. I'd have to walk to the door. I'd have to grab onto the knob, turn the knob, open the door, step through the door. So that's the idea. Now, I want to talk about something called the 4 building blocks of a story. So the 4 building blocks of a story are the story itself, the overarching story, and there's a beginning and middle and end to your story. And then the second building block of a story is what's called a mini story or an event, or let's use the word scene. So think of a movie. It's a 2-hour movie. It's a story of a guy trying to find his wife lost in the mountains. And then the story is made up of all these little mini stories, which are scenes. And they also have a beginning, middle, and end. And then the third building block of story is moment. And a moment is something, it's a measurement of time. It's something that takes 1 or 2 seconds. And the scene is made up of moments. It's the actors talking, dialogue, and going through actions. And the fourth building block of a story is called the image. And the image we've been learning about I think last week we did it. It's the 7 elements of the image. It's what's called static. It's not moving. There's no action. It's just her blonde hair and the view of the ocean behind her, the wind blowing in the breeze, the sun setting. It's no action. It's just detail of the image. So over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to teach you an exercise called image moment, which I'll explain next week exactly what that is. This week I want you to work on creating moments in your writing, and the way you create moments is by having dialogue, actions, and remember the 2 types of actions: direct action, continuous action, and also gesture, which is a type of action. So continue journaling, continuing journaling every day, or as often as you can. 3 times a week is great, even once a week, because you have to read something to me in class on the video. And find a way to throw dialogue in there. Again, use your experiences. No one has perfect memory. That's what writing is. You're making stuff up anyway, so use that as inspiration, or just total fantasy fiction. And I think that's it for today. We're going to keep it really simple. I look forward to hearing what you come up with soon. Have a good writing week.